Hey, this is Adam Wins.
You are listening to The Winningest with Adam Wins. Intelligent information from those that have achieved the highest levels of success to become the winningest in wellness and wealth, bringing you the winningest from around the globe to help you get to the highest levels of winning to become the winningest in everything you do, leading the way to the winningest to get you the winningest levels in your wellness and wealth. Winningest with Adam Wins.
Hey, this is Adam Wins. This is The Winningest. I want to talk to you about life after COVID-19 and how that I hope that looks and how I hope we're all learning from this experience and changing. Now, it's going to be painful. It's very painful for most of us right now. We're out of work. Our lives have changed. We're upset. We can't do things that we normally did. Change is upon us, and change is very painful. Birth is very painful. My wife can attest to that, and any woman that has children can attest that birth is a painful process. And that's something we're going through right now as a type of a rebirth. Now, I want to speak specifically to our families. Our families are the backbone of our nation. And one of the things I see is that all families right now are on homeschool. That is an amazing, great, beneficial thing, okay? One of the problems that we have had in the past in this nation is school shootings, violence, all these things that are unacceptable. And no one has had a solution for it up until now. The solution to it is to take the budget from the Department of Education and put that directly back into the families and have one parent be able to stay home. That means we're going to have to increase the salary of the working parent. The working parent will have no more income tax. That income tax will be then paid to the educating parent. So there will be two people in every relationship. There will be an educating parent and there will be a working parent, okay? There is not two working parents, because then you have no educational parent. You only have an institution of education that is raising children. And generally those children are getting raised by the other children and TV and media and all the wrong types of places. And we have seen already in our past that this is not working to move forward. It's time for a change, and this change needs to happen now. So if we take the 16 billion from the Department of Education and give it to the 40 million working families, it's $2,000 per family. It's not a huge amount. But when you take the income tax that working parent pays and move that into the household so that they can afford to stay at home and have that educational parent, that's where life works. Okay, that's how it used to be. That's how God intended it. That's how nature intended it. We were born wealthy. We were born healthy, right? We all had our mothers to give us wealth, which is enough food to eat, right? We all had our mothers to give us health. That was their mother's milk. That was where we got all that we needed from our mothers. Now, society has taken that all away from us. They separated us from our wealth and our health. Now, in order to get that back, we need to get, and listen to me here, we need to get back to having an educational parent and having a working parent. And I am hoping that this social distancing continues indefinitely, okay? And social distancing doesn't have to be a bad thing. Education does not have to be a group of 30 children in one room learning from each other, all of, with the bad kid generally dominating. I believe that online education is the way to go. It's one teacher, it's one classroom. Maybe there's a choice of 5 or 10 that you can choose based on your religion or whatever premises you want to go into the education. And the parent can educate the children through the computer. It's what are we waiting for? We have the technology. Why aren't we doing this? Why are we putting our children into environments where they have police, where they have guns, where they have the probability of them being mistreated, the possibility of them being bullied, and the possibility of them not getting the education that they deserve, because they deserve the education from you, the parent. That's why you had them. You had children so that you can continue and pass on what you've learned, pass on your intelligence to a future generation. And that's what needs to happen here. It's not that hard to do. Okay, it's not that hard to do. So if we continue this social distancing, we continue, only with really essential workers, more parents will be able to work from home. We can have an educational parent, and, the working parent, the taxes go to supplement the educational parent, because those are both jobs and they're both very valuable. And we've taken that value out of the family. We've taken that value out of the educational parent. And that needs to change. And here comes my educational parent right now. It's my wife. And she handles that for the kids. And we have the luxury, because that's the way we've designed our life, to be able to do that. But most people don't have that option. Okay. A, they haven't seen that it's possible until now. B, they have to fight, and work, because the way that the system is designed is not conducive to actually having good families, and to have a good, strong nation, to have a good, strong America, to have a good, strong world. We have to have strong families. When you take the parents out of the family, you do not have a strong family. Okay. There's very Old Testament, very ancient books of wisdom of how life is supposed to work. Okay. How we were designed. Okay. We were designed to have a man and a wife. Okay. We were designed that way, to raise those children. Okay. A man and a man can't make a child. A woman and a woman can't make a child. A man and a woman can make a child. And they both should be very responsible in the raising of those children. And the society, mainly the banks and the credit card companies and all this rat race that we've been forced to live in, that the marketers have convinced us of, and the way that those people have influenced the government to make laws and regulations, it doesn't work anymore. It's not working. I mean, school shootings is the evidence. Okay. It does not work. Okay. It doesn't work. What works is you raise your own children. That's what works. You educate your own children. That's how life was supposed to be done. That's the key to success. Okay. We have the ability now. Okay. There's going to be a lot less jobs after this COVID. Okay. A lot less jobs, and a lot more realizing that you can work from home. So with the less jobs, everything's got to shift back to the family. Okay. Everything has to shift back to getting strong families back into the United States. And by doing that, no taxes for the working parent, so that they can supplement the educational parent. Okay. The income of the family is going to almost double, or be exactly what it is, had they not had to pay all those taxes to the government. Okay. How do you pay for that? Okay. You increase the corporate taxes. It's very simple. Okay. You're corporate in the United States, you pay the friggin' taxes. And yes, it will affect the stock market. But generally speaking, not too many working families are living off the stock market, or generally benefiting from the stock market. Okay. Many are working 2-3 jobs. They're getting an hour with their children. I know families out there that don't even get that hour with their children. So who are they getting raised by? They're getting raised by the institutions. They're getting raised by, one teacher to 35 children. Okay. And they're getting raised by the other children. So it needs to stop. It needs to change. And it's not big of a challenge. Okay. There is a solution. Okay. There is a solution. The money's there. Okay. The world is abundant. We have an infinite supply of money. It's not out of the realm that you can't educate your children. You can. It's tough. It's hard. Change is hard. But everyone is seeing now that it's possible. All the children are at home. You're seeing that it is possible to homeschool them. You can do it without sending them off to a big institution. You don't have to do that. You can teach them better than what they're learning. We can do it better and create strong families. So I thank you, and keep pushing this forward. Share this with other people. We need to get this understanding that yes, it is possible. Okay, you can do it. You can educate your kids. Schools can be on the internet. It's done right now. It's just not done for the masses, and it needs to be done for the masses so that we have one person in the home at all times. That's going to create a great environment. Okay, that's going to create a great environment. You say, what if that one person isn't a good one? Okay, well, there's ways that we can focus on that and make people better. Okay, things are changing. Technology is changing. We're going to have a better handle on what is what, and moving forward, who is living by the right principles. The data is already out there. Now we need to start using it for our benefits. Okay, for our benefits as a society. We're going to be stronger. We're going to crush everything and everybody if we can get to have one parent back in the household. That's when we really were a country to be proud of. And I think we can get back to that again, where we can say, hey, we have strong families. Okay. It's one thing to say, but the actuality of it right now is we do not. If you send your child off to a school, you are risking that they will be shot. Why? Because school shootings are happening because the system is broken and there's no way to fix it. Metal detectors do not work. What works is making sure that a parent, someone that cares enough to have that child, can actually raise that child and model and mold who they're becoming. So that needs to change. It's not hard to do. There's $68 billion that goes to the education system. Close the schools now indefinitely forever. Move everybody to a homeschool. One parent works. The other parent pays no income taxes. Those normal income taxes that they would pay are going to go to pay for the educating parent, and everything is back to where it was. There's going to be less jobs anyways, okay? And more jobs are going to be able to work from home because now you know you can do it with just as much productivity, maybe even better, okay? You can work through lunch. You can work through these things. You're not, defined by an hour or whatever it is. You can produce results and become a results-oriented person, the results-oriented of how your children turn out to be. Because right now, you're leaving that up to institutions and you think you have a plan for them and it's going to work, but those plans never work, okay? Education is about what you teach them and instill the values. You instill the work ethic. You instill all sorts of things that is way more important than testing on some national test, okay? That is not important to this world. What is important to this world is that we change the way we do things and we start producing more productive citizens that contribute positively to this world, to our environment, and to us as a nation. And it will strengthen us. And I appreciate you listening. And hopefully you share this and get this message out to more people because it's something that can definitely be done right now. Send this out to Mr. Trump, to the president. Get him. He already understands that the Department of Education is broken. Okay. Get him this solution. This is the solution that can and will change things. And it's not hard to do. Okay. It's a simple switch of decimal points in a spreadsheet. Okay. This whole thing is just line items in a spreadsheet. So it's just the simple math and how we can make it work. And it can work and it will work. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you to all of a sudden switch from being so busy shopping and working for other people instead of working for your own families to make them better. Now it's your chance to work to make your own family better and become that educator and give what's needed in life after COVID. This is a perfect opportunity to make a change. If you want to go back to the way it was, I don't want to go back to the way it was. I am hoping for more of this. I am grateful for this experience that people are seeing now their true value and what the true value of life is. It's spending more time with your family. It's educating your kids. And yes, it's hard. This whole thing is hard, okay? The whole thing is hard. But you've really got to embrace the change, get ready for it, and not go back to the way it was. I don't want to go back to the way it was, and you shouldn't either. So hopefully you understand this. Tell more people about it. Get this thought process going with as many people as you can, and then we can move things to a much better way for this nation, a much better way for our children, and a much better way for society in general.